Fuck us. Hello guys, welcome back to the shack. Today I thought I'd do a video on the home patrol. I've only did maybe a couple and they were years ago. So I thought I'd do a new video on the home patrol. Awesome scanner, I love it. I love the touchscreen. I love the layout, the way it sits on the desk, the screen facing me so I can see it nicely. I love this scanner. I know they have a Home Patrol 2 out, which will do P25 Phase 1 and 2. This one will only do P25 Phase 1, which I don't have any P25 Phase 2 systems in my area, so I really don't need Phase 2 at the moment. Awesome scanner. I need to probably do a database update. I haven't updated the database in probably a month or two. The database updates are very, very, very important because things get added to radio reference all the time. Things get changed, things get deleted. If you don't keep your scanner updated with the most current database, you could be missing something. You could be listening to something, or you could be scanning stuff that's not there anymore, or you could be scanning and missing stuff altogether completely. So the database updates are important. I don't think Uniden, I haven't got a firmware update from Uniden in a long time. It's been years. I don't think they support, or they've quit developing, new firmware and so forth for my particular one. They might do the Home Patrol 2, I'm not for sure. I've been thinking about getting a new scanner. I'd like to have something that does DMR. So I might get a 536 or a 996 XT and throw a DMR option on it or something. I don't know. Anyway, right now I'm currently scanning the Virginia State Police system, the STAR system. That's normally all I listen to. I don't listen to much of anything in my area here locally besides the state police because my local sheriff's department and my local town police are all encrypted. So there's nothing for me left to listen to but the state police. And of course my local fire department and rescue squads are still on analog, but other than that, that's it. I've been thinking about doing a video on a program called DSD Plus. A lot of you guys already know what it is, so I might do a program on that showing maybe some DMR decoding or something. Anyway, let's check out some of the features of the Home Patrol. On the screen you have your main system here, the departments, scanning all the departments that are on that system and all the channels that are in the departments. You can hold on a particular agency, alcoholic beverage control, if you want to hold on that, or if you want to move to a different one, Capitol Police, which a lot of this stuff is not, it's not valid in my area because I sort of live in the southwestern corner of Virginia, so there's not a lot that goes on around here. Sometimes you'll get something pretty cool. Menu. You see what's in the menu. You can set your location. That's where you're going to put in your zip code for your specific location. And I will highly, highly, highly recommend setting up a favorites list and putting everything that's in your area and everything you want to listen to on that favorites list. Because if you go in and do a zip code scan, it scans a whole bunch of not needed crap. So when it's scanning something that you can't hear or you can't pick up, you're missing something that you can, because it's tied up somewhere else other than where it needs to be. Zip code, you put your city in. You can do an auto locate. I've did that a couple times. I don't have the you can add a, let's see here, you can add a GPS antenna to it, and then in your car it will use the GPS, and as you drive down the road, it'll automatically update for the towns and cities that you are heading towards or that you go through, which is absolutely awesome. I don't have the GPS unit for this. I wish I did. I've been thinking about buying one. I don't go on a whole lot of road trips, but I do a couple times a year, and I always like to take my scanner and throw it in the car and just listen to different agencies and stuff as I'm traveling. You can do the auto locate if you're out on the road. You can hit that, and it will automatically try to locate a tower or something that it knows the ID number of. If it matches in the database, it'll say I'm picking up a Richmond, Virginia repeater, so I must be close to this location, and it'll start pulling all the channels for that location because it knows you're there. You can do a manual location input of where you're at. You can set up the GPS I was just telling you about. You can set the range. I have mine all the way up to 30 miles because I use, right now I've currently got it connected. It runs, I've got a jumper from here and it runs up to a piece of coax. This is the same antenna that I use with some of my 2-meter 440, my DMR radio, so it runs in to, I've got a digital meter here, which I can turn it off, which it runs into my meter and then it comes out, and this is, you can see the size of this. This is 1/2-inch heliax, and it runs up to the top of the tower. I have about, I guess it's probably 40-45 foot. I've got about 35 foot of tower and probably a 10-foot piece of pipe on top, and there's a big 2-meter 440 vertical up there. So in my area, everything is VHF, UHF, so I use my 2-meter 440 vertical for my scanner antenna, and it is awesome. I mean, it picks up unbelievable, which I'm in a real good location. I'm up about 3,000 feet, so I get a lot of stuff. Alright, you can set up your GPS. You can set your range. I was just telling you about. I've got mine turned all the way up. You can save your location. You can review the location that you have saved. Service types. What kind of stuff do you like to listen to? Right now I've got the rescue squad, emergency operations, corrections I don't have turned on. I can turn that on. That's there's a couple local prisons around here, so I can listen to them a little bit. But in the state police system, there's no hospitals, so hospitals is not lit up for me to select because there's no hospitals that use the Virginia State Police system. They do have some fire stuff, some interop, law dispatch, law TAC, of course. Law talk, military stuff, some public works, some transportation. Transportation on the Virginia Star system is like on the interstate. They have trucks that go around to vehicles and stuff that are broke down, and they'll give you a helping hand if you need help changing a tire, or they have bad road conditions and stuff. You can listen to some of that stuff. Audio options. You can turn your audio automatic gain control AGC on if you want that on. Screen tap auto. Weather mode, where you can monitor NOAA weather.
Breeze in Lewisburg, fair in 31.
If you want to listen to it. Or you can, let me turn it back up here.
Virginia, fair 37 degrees. Here is the latest weather synopsis.
You can go through the channels, pick up other.
Until midnight, fire weather should follow.
You can go through the channels and pick up other systems and so forth.
At the Jackson Weather Office, it was fair.
I get a ton because I'm up so high.
35 degrees, the dew point 17 degrees, and the relative humidity was.
And then you can set up your weather alerts to where my batteries are too low. But anyway, you can set up weather alerts to where if there is, like, you know, a bad storm, a tornado, a big snowstorm coming, heavy rain, winds, anything like that, and NOAA issues a weather alert, your scanner will beep and let you know, hey, there's some bad weather coming soon, which is pretty cool. Display options. You can set your contrast. I hit the wrong one. Your contrast, how dark, bright you want your contrast to be, so forth. Your backlight level, if you want the scanner to be super bright, not so bright, however you want it. You see how super bright that is. Automatic dimmer, if you want that. Power save, I don't use power save. This right now I have it hooked to right now I have it hooked to my power supply for my big radio, so I don't have any batteries in it, so it's running on external power, so I don't use a power saver. Unit ID, the way it displays, like the unit numbers, stuff like that, it has several modes. I use mode 1. Motorola is telling you what system. Motorola P25. Talk group ID format, your EDAX talk group ID format, and your font size. You can make it bigger if you have problems reading the letters on the screen. Owner information. Who are you? I'm KG4VDZ. Favorite lists. I was telling you about them earlier. See all the favorite lists that I have created. Like if I want to listen to like airplanes, I just go into the favorites list and hit aircraft and hit use this list, and it'll load aircraft up, and I can sit and listen to airplanes, which is pretty cool. I really like this scanner. It is by far my favorite scanner that Uniden has produced. I mean, some people don't like them. I love them. I really do. It's an awesome scanner. Back to favorites list. I've got a bunch. I've got some military stuff, some long stuff down in Tennessee. It's a long ways down there, but I can still get a couple of towers. I'm up in Virginia. I used to do Scancast to radio reference. I had a feed. Since then I've took it off. I don't feed anymore. When I take a trip, I set up a favorites list, and I'll put all the agencies on my way in that trip list. And as I'm moving along and I start rolling into them certain agencies' zones, I can receive and listen to what they're talking about. AEP is my local power company. Sometimes when there's nothing going on, I get bored and I want to listen to something different. I'll listen to the power company or something and all that good stuff. American Electric Power, Eastern United States. I think that's a EDAX system. I might be wrong, but I think it's an EDAX system. This will do analog, p25 phase 1, and of course the EDAX, and you know, all that other stuff. Most of the time, this is my main county. If I want to listen to everything in my county, all my local police or my local fire rescue, I've got one local police department that's about 15 miles away. They're on P25, so I can still listen to them. Sometimes I do that, but mostly I listen to the state police. It just gives me something to listen to. West Virginia, their P25 system. I'm sort of on the border of like several different states. There's like Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and West Virginia. I sort of West Virginia. I sort of sit all the way at the bottom of the state in Virginia, and which is really cool because I can listen to the West Virginia system, I can listen to the Tennessee system, the Kentucky system. You know, I can sort of pick out what I want to listen to. The West Virginia system by far has the most activity on it. You can really hear some crazy stuff that goes on in West Virginia. Nothing like Virginia. I can sit and listen to Virginia and it's like boring. West Virginia, it seems like there's always something going on. So it's real good to listen to their system. But it gets kind of boring because, you know, I live in Virginia and I want to listen to what's going on around me and what's going on in a different location. So that's the way that is. I'll go back and put that back in. Other options here. I'll show you what that looks like when it pops up here. You can change your range, your location, your service types, and the list you want it to use. Advanced. You can set your nationwide systems. You can set the clock, change the time. Some of your avoids, your mute. You can set the scanner to automatically shut off when you want it to. Or you can do like a quick frequency entry. You enter something real quick and the scanner will listen to it. If it's digital p25, it'll decode it. If it's a, you know, like a single frequency system or something. Some of the advanced options, you can edit the favorites list. You can analyze a system. If you want to analyze, you know, how well you are receiving a particular system. EDAX LCR finder. Your band scope, which is pretty cool. Your RF power plot, that's of a particular system. You can plot the RF power of it, and you can do raw data output coming from that system. Let's see, let's go in and you select the system, tap it, go over, hit advanced, and then this will come up. Then you can do discovery if you want to try to find something that's on that system that you haven't heard yet. Conventional discovery, review what you have discovered, and you can do a limit search. So like if we do site information, all the sites that are, if it's in red, it means you are not listening to that site. Like say Abington here, if I go into site frequencies, it'll show the frequencies, and if you tap on it, you can hear the data coming from that repeater, and it will tell you the system IDs and the site IDs. And you can know how many systems you can listen to. Because there's no need in scanning a system like Arlington. There's no need in me scanning that system because I can't receive that tower. So it's wasting. And if it's scanning this and I can't receive it, you're missing activity that's over here. So I have mine set up to be the most efficient. Now these are all the systems that I can receive. I guess there's 10 or so, or 15 or something. You can analyze that system if you want to. Trunking system analyzer, use current system. Say Abington, we'll look at these. There's a system load, current activity, LCN monitor, activity log, and a talk group converter like system load. It'll give you the signal here, the quality of the actual decode, and then if there's activity on that system, you'll see the activity bar graph go up here. So this system is about, I would say probably 45 miles away from me, maybe. And I've got about a signal about a 5 on it, and it's 100% decode. Looks like it bounces a little bit from 80 to 100. That's more than enough to receive full, unbroken digital quality audio. More than enough. And you can do this to other systems. So, you know, you can pick out a different one. Let's see, we'll do East River Mountain. And I've got a little more signal on that one. I'm a little closer to it. The quality of the decode and any activity, if there is anyone using that particular site and if they're talking. It'll show up right there. Let's see, we might have covered it all. LCN, it'll search that system, and it's looking for the logistical channel number order. Certain systems you have to have that to program that system correctly because they have to be in order. So, but you know, with the older scanners, with the Home Patrol, it does all of that for you, so you don't have to worry about that crap. I think you might need that on like an EDAX system or something. Certain things have to be in order to receive it. And your activity log is not available because I don't have batteries in. Talk group converter. I think you can convert a decimal to a hex. And guys, that is about it. RF power plot. Let's see, I think you can set the frequency of what you want to look at the power plot. Let's see what it does. This is my... That's a mess. You can't understand it because it's DMR. That's my DMR hotspot. And it's right here. And it's transmitting, so you can't understand it because this scanner won't receive it. It has the capability to do it with the vocoder and everything that's in it, but Uniden's not gonna, apparently they're not gonna let that be an option that we can buy because they're in the business of making money, and I suspect there'll probably be a Home Patrol 3 in the future. Maybe. That would be really nice to where you could do, you know, you still have your touch screen and you could do DMR and stuff like that. But they all have the 536 and it does all that good stuff and has Wi-Fi, and you know, you can add, you know, DMR and certain other systems and all that kind of real good stuff onto it. So that's what your RF power plot is. Band scope. Let's see, center frequency. We'll set that to my hotspot as well. Shit, hold on. 225. Accept. We'll start that. Okay, now we're picking up activity there because my hotspot is transmitting. It's pretty cool. This scanner will do a ton of stuff. I mean, and a lot of this stuff, this band scope, this RF power plots and all that stuff, if you have a model and you can't find that, it's because you don't have the extreme update. I can't remember what I paid, maybe 80 bucks or something. It was years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I bought the extreme update for this scanner. So when you do that, it gives you a whole lot of other little little goodies you can play with. Anyway, I don't want to make the video too long. We've already been here for 25 minutes. So I'll say 73s for now.
45s when he gave me a 21, and then I got there about 19, right as soon as I was getting off the exit, 1947.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions about scanners or the home patrol, or you want to see a particular video, or you want to see me doing something, setting up a favorites list on the computer, or how do you do that, or whatever, just let me know in the description below. Please subscribe to the channel. I could really use it. YouTube, we all know what they're doing to small channels. They're going to pull your partnership if you don't have 4,000 watched hours and at least 1,000 subscribers. I already have 4,000 watched hours. I just don't have 1,000 subscribers, but I'm trying to get them. So if you would please subscribe, that lets me know that you like the videos, and I will continue making them. So 73s, guys, and enjoy the video.